Judd, I somehow lost my headphones. 1 second. There we are. Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, unfortunately, I do wear glasses. I was cursed with poor vision from a young age. Not a young age, actually. A high schooly age. Okay. Wow, that order is very messed up. So, if I can confirm what happened. Wait. I. Okay, give me 1 second. If I see this right, we have Kimizu, who got second first. Then Anya got third second. And then on top of that, we have Anya getting first, third. And then Birdie here. Hi, Birdie. Mwah. Requested a kiss. So to confirm, we're just very bad at counting today. Is that what I've learned? Is that it's just too early in the morning and no one can count today? Good morning, Warrior Cat fan. How you doing this morning? Good morning, Anya. Good morning, Birdie. Good morning, Echo. Hi, Echo. Lovely to see you. What do you mean unholy levels of... Oh, I see what you mean. Good morning, Casey. No, I heard about this. Somebody made Leon read the Gene fanfic. Is that right? I can't believe that happened. Who? How did that even come up? Why did he have to? Why did he have to read it? Good morning, Maka. It's been a little bit. How you doing? Did somebody suggest this to them, or did Leon do this on their own free will? Which is funny, chat, because I'm planning on doing a little short on it, being like, oh, you know how much I hate Big Macs, and my chat has been crazy making fanfics about it. But now there's not just fanfics. There's fanfics. There's fan art. Other streamers are reading it. This is getting out of hand. What? This is getting a life on its own. And there's gonna be more characters. There's a third edition being written as we speak. Good morning, Calypsy. How you doing? Lovely, lovely Calypsy. You're so very kind, sweet, and wonderful. I do really, really appreciate you. Somebody as incredible as you. You're going to do incredible today, the next, and the next. As long as you keep trying, because I know you deserve only the best. Mwah. You are wonderful, gorgeous, and deserving of all of the love. I hope your day is going amazing, and thank you so much for the redeem. Yeah, I would suggest never listening to my stream with anybody around. I mean, just my voice alone is, you know. Oh, Jay, you're such a bad little kitty. Oh, 1 second. I need to get my energy drink powder so that I can wake up properly. And then I can complain about my energy drink powder, which I'm excited to do. Good morning, unknown. I get bullied for listening while I'm in VC. I'm glad I'm your dirty little secret. Oh no, Maka. Just say it's some weird YouTube video you're watching. Alright, 1 second. I need to grab my energy drink mix. So, chat. Some of you may know that I want to get sponsored by G-Subs. And I really, really enjoy G-Subs powder. When I first looked at energy drink powders back in the day, I originally... Not worrying. 1 sec. Sorry, my cup already had liquid in it. So I originally started with G Fuel. And I was not a biggest fan of G Fuel. I mean, like, it tasted fine. But it was very, very particular about the amount that you could put in. You know? If you put too much in, the drink tastes like chalk, and that has so much filler that the taste is easily changed. Well, I ran out during one of the streams, and during the stream, I went to go order some more. I was not paying attention and saw a Nuka-Cola flavored G-Subs. And I love cola flavored things, chat. I love cola flavored things. Always have. I especially love like cola flavored gummy bears. And I ordered it because it was slightly cheaper than most of the G-Subs. Being like, oh cool, it's Nuka-Cola. And it's G-Subs, that's great. And in a row of it, I'm like, this container is bigger than I expected it to be. It was G Fuel. So I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed. Ugh. But I'll drink it. Oh, no, I won't. Oh, no, I will not drink that. Oh, that's awful. What? Ah, that is no horrible. It leaves like a. Wow. It left like a texture on my tongue. Oh, pronouns. Unknown. I go by he, they. Chat, what pronouns do you use? Please tell me. That is the worst. Maybe if I mix more water with it? Ah, no. Yes, I use hey. She, her, she. Like the chocolate. Oh, jeez. Okay, well. Chat, my day is ruined by this drink. Nugget. So cute. Well, you know. I suppose not everything can go perfect. Mm. At least we know that I never want to be sponsored by them. Because there's no way I could make you all drink something like this. It doesn't matter for what amount of money in the world, I would never suggest you drink something that I myself wouldn't want to drink. You are. Nikio, you're very nice. Mm-hmm. Alright, chat. We're gonna be playing some Sunless Sea. I haven't played it in a long time. But if I remember it right, it should fix. Hi, Nix. Thank you so much for the redeem. How you been? Chat. Lovely chat. You're such good little beans. All of you are such good beans. So yes, we're gonna play Sunless Sea. Hopefully it has a nice vibe and it goes very well. Bad Nugget. Good morning, Microwaver. How you doing? Oh, I forgot to pull up Twitch chat. Okay. We're gonna lower the audio a little bit here. There we go. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Goose. How are you doing? And oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. What are you sick with? Now here we go. You ready, chat? 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Ontazé. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. A summer cold is the worst. A past wreathed in shadows. Decide later if you just want to get out to the sea immediately. Choose this. Opportunities to revisit your past will arrive later. Or choose a past. Good morning, Lilypad. Alright. Decide who you are and what you want to be. You now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. We have some choices, chat. An ordained priest. You fell from grace, and there's nothing ashore for you. An anonymous benefactor has found his way out for you. Perhaps at sea you can overcome your appetites. This will give you a bonus to heart, the skill of healing, and morale. A natural philosopher. Your peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you down to the neath, the cavern where London lies, and now they take you out to the sea. This will give you bonuses to mirrors, the skill of detection and perception. Veteran of the campaign of 68, you fought in the invasion of hell. London's armies lost. You survived. Your loot and your pension has bought you a command. This will give you a bonus to iron, the skill of causing direct damage. A poet, educated and articulate. You seek sensations at sea. How lucky you have a legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had a rich patron, it seems. This will give you the bonus to pages, the skill of trickery and knowledge. A street urchin. Your urchin gang cast you out when you grew too tall. You took to a sea rather than graduate to larger crimes. That last big score was enough to buy a ship. Oh, 1 second, chat. I realized I can't see you. Oh, Sophie, you requested praise. Sophie, you cute little degenerate. You are so adorable. You're funny. You're fun to talk to. And I do truly, truly appreciate you. Even when you can be a little bit much. You are a wonderful addition to this community. Very kind, very silly, very lovely. You deserve so much kindness, and only the best the world has to offer. And I know you'll get it, as long as you keep moving forward. Thank you so much for the redeem, Sophie. Mwah. Okay. So, chat, what would you like to be? An ordained priest? A natural philosopher? A veteran? A poet? Or a street urchin? Good night, unknown. Sleep well. Thank you so much for the follow. Make a poll. Alright, we'll make a little poll. There we go. I've started the poll. Ugh. This drink is absolutely awful, chat. But it does help me wake up slowly. Imagine being a philosopher named Phil. Oh, I could totally do that. That is an option. Oh, we have a comatose variant. Mostly it's immobile, occasionally it's feral. Hearts +1. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Echo. Philosopher? Alright. We did get natural philosopher, which is like a scientist. Philosopher. Perfect. You have peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you to the Neath, the cavern where London lies. That's how they take you out to sea. Your acquaintance, the plausible surgeon, will serve as the ship's doctor until you find someone better. Talk to him to find out why he went out to sea. You were a natural philosopher. Now you're a sea captain. Your stranger quality is gone. You've gained 20 echo, 25 mirrors. You now have 1 plausible surgeon, and someone's looking for passage. What does winning mean to you? This is Sunless Sea. Your father was lost at sea. You never knew him, but you often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. Gather 100 tales, learn all you can at sea, write a masterpiece, and retire. You know how it is to be poor, and now you want a mansion, servants, fine clothes, a family. Establish a colony where you are the absolute ruler, a utopia perhaps. We can't make a private kingdom yet, chat. But I think trying to find my father's bones might be the best. We'll hunt them down on the sea. Full fathom 5. Find where he fell and bring him home. When you found your father's bones, you can retire to Victory, explore London to find your first clue. An occurrence, your objective, ambition, quality is now find your father's bones and then retire. The last scrap of paperwork. Captain, an irregularity with the harbor master's office. They wish to know what terms to address you by. Do you want to be madam, my lord, my lady, captain, or citizen, or sir? Of course we're captain. Captain Phil O. Sofer. Captain it is. Last piece of advice. Explore. Take chances. This captain will probably die. The Z is hungry, but each captain passes on lessons to the next. Oh no, not POS. An occurrence. Alright, here we go. The name. Phil. Oh. So far. We are POS. And now I need to find a face that fits me. I kind of like this one. I think this is a natural philosopher. Yeah, this one. Your father bones, a cold trail. The gracious widow. It is said that she controls half the crime in London. It is said that she is 500 years old. It is said that she can distill spirits that delight the tongue and melt the flesh. It is said that she has paid for a memorial headstone to be set up for your father. What does she know? The widow receives you in utter darkness, blank as a bandage laid across your eye. This is usual for the widow. Yes, she says, and her voice is oddly youthful. I have an interest in your father. I'd hope news of the headstone would bring someone looking, and here you are. I have an idea where his bones might be. Perhaps he'll help me recover them, but I'd like you to cover my expenses first. I need something for my tonics. Skintilac. You can find it in Port Cecil. I understand. You may go. Really? Of course she's gonna go make me find her stuff. Good morning, Chubb. How you doing? It's been a little bit. Alright. We'll start with advice for captains. Oh no, that's a lot of tutorial stuff. Let's not do that. Alright, and now it's time. Sophie, are you okay with me calling you a bad bean? Sophie, you're such a bad bean. Such a bad little bean. Taking a break? What are you taking a break from? Oh, y'all can't hear. There we go. Out to the sea we go. Oh, I feel you. This is what we're looking for. Journal. Hold. Officers. Hello, my dear. My dear, sit down carefully. Just let me tidy away these implements. We don't want any carelessness, do we? Increase your pages. We'd like to talk about secrets, would we? Secrets are my favorite. Ask about his desire, his ambition. He's traveled much, seen all manner of wound and malady, but is there anything left for him to discover? Any place he wishes to go? The Chelonette. You know it. They collect corpses. He shifts in his seat. Vast, noble, complicated corpses. What I could learn, what I could see. My dearest captain, if we find ourselves in the Chelonette, I do hope you might see fit to release me from our arrangement. Fun. So yes, for those of you who don't know, this game is based on a browser game that you can play called Fallen London, and it takes place in a fallen London. The bats took away London and dropped it into a sea, and it turns out that there was a giant sea beneath England, where eldritch monsters and other things live. Oh, and it looks like we're being attacked, chat. We're gonna be careful here and try not to be crowded with this private steamer. Good. Goose. Goose, you silly little goose. Oh, 1 second, chat. I realize I can't see you properly. There we go. Now I can see you. Good morning, Goose. Goose, you are so very kind, so sweet and adorable. I have loved seeing you here. You have a lovely voice, and I can't wait to one day hear even more of it. You are a lovely addition to this community, and you are so kind and caring. I really do appreciate you. You're talented, and I hope that no matter what, you always lean into those talents. Keep growing, keep learning more, and I cannot wait to see where you go with them. Thank you for being so incredible, my lovely little goose. And thank you so much for the redeem. It has occurred to me that I went to the wrong place, chat. Oh no. The Tome Colony of Fenderbite. On deck you can hear the sound that 1,000 banished dead make as they shuffle and cough. What are you paying for? On deck, explore Fenderbrite. Let's do it. Here they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tome colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculptures until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. Okay. Sophie. Sophie, darling. You're such a good little bean. Such a good bean. You wander the echoing streets alone. From time to time, the sensation of being watched comes upon you, but each time when you halt, you hear no other's footsteps. Nothing eventful, only eerie. But when you return to the quarry side, someone has left an odd bulky box for you. There's no bill of landing, but the name of your ship is attached to the tag. You now have 1 soothe and copper long box. We've gained one terror. Let's visit the first curator while we're here. Z Captains. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the Tum colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest Tum colonists. But even Tum colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. No more light. The obsequious steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door, and you step into the near darkness. A pair of luminous lyre bees buzz in the lattice ivory tube. There's no other source of light. A bandaged shape, no larger than a child, lies crumpled on a couch. He lifts his head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of bees. Thank you for the alert. Have fun with therapy. Listen to a whispered request. Ask about the Grand Sanatorium. I would like to learn about the Grand Sanatorium. Good morning, Keeper. Oh, yes, you weren't able to record it yesterday, were you? I can do it again. Akamaru. Alright. Because you redeemed it yesterday and you're doing it for somebody else. Oh. And you aren't redeeming it. You ready? My dear, sweet Akamaru. You're such a wonderful little bean. Fun, crazy, and a little goofy. Clearly, you are loved. You are cared for. You're appreciated. And you're so very, very wonderful. You will do amazing things. You will do great. And you are doing just so incredible right now. I appreciate you so very, very much, my dear, sweet Akamaru. And I hope only the greatest, best things happen to you. So go out, do your best, and try not to start too many fires. Mwah. And thank you so much for the redeem. There you go. Is that good? Good morning, Keeper. I'm doing okay. I'm waking up slowly, playing the Sunless Sea. If not, you can always hit the clip button. How are you doing today, Keeper? Gotta sleep, Goose. Thank you, Sophie. One hears the name whispered here and there in the arcanes of Fenderbite. A long, low chuckling. Oh, silkskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, not unless we go to sea. So we needed something else, somewhere to end. Interesting. Seven colors. Cosmog, Yuriko, Pelican, Stewardess List. Find them here and there across the wide Black Sea. No more words. Thank you, the poor flesh, thirst for colors, and collapse. Rustling back on the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the door. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. The book? Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do this one last favor. I guess we're looking for colors. Thank you for the lark. No, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you at least get a little stream in? Along the coast of the Untersee, it was remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settled here in bandaged peace, but they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contracts in London interested. You know of one of this, a port report, Vanderbilt. All right, and back we go. Oh no, Jen, looks like we're being hunted by bats. Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that. We must escape the bats. Good. There's no islands within the Z-Bat's range. Let's see if I can fight back. We may sink. No, but it looks like we made it this time, chat. Just barely. For you, I can do that. You're all mine. Do you understand me? Like that? Keeper, I know you want to do a lot of projects, but make sure you don't overdo it, okay? Good morning, Shiny. How you doing today? You worry me, Keeper. And back we are. Oh. Collect a message from the Harbor Master. All the clatter and song of Dockside. It soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Something has changed underneath. Your time at Z has changed you. Someone wants to sign on. Another day, another free evening. The Rose Market bustles on the rosers of Orf. Who'll be there today? A little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what you might call mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains. He'd like to offer you what he might call dispensation. On account he's so fond of sea captains, behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray pilled eye with fuel and supplies. Who's the patron? What's the catch? He runs a very fine, liberal establishment just across the river, what is much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar. I will always worry about you. Good morning, Amethyst. How are you doing today? I mean, Keeper, I have to make sure you still have time for me, you know. If somebody else takes up all your time, what am I supposed to do? All right. He runs a very fine and liberal establishment just across the river, what is very much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar, a public house. There's no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine you would refuse your offer. I need supplies. Let's take it. 10 fuel, 5 supplies, and a new proposal. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps someday you might come to call on him at the Medusa's Head should that day come. He'll make you very welcome and give you safe conduit, what you might require. Good evening to you. He salutes and is gone. Okay, let's see. We already have a surgeon. She is staying in a respectable boarding house near the docks. Gunnery officer, we already have a surgeon. I don't need another one. Yes, perhaps not. Let's explore London a little bit. What is a blimming calendar? Oh, here we go. They'll pay for information from sea captains. Find out what and how. They'll pay for information. Okay. The Admiralty's picket fleets and intelligence networks are gone. The survey office pays sea captains a small sum for recent information. Visit and investigate ports to gain port reports. Trade them in here. The first time you trade in a port report, you gain 1 Admiralty's favor. Here we go. You no longer have this. You gain 10 echoes. 1 favor. Perfect. And more fuel. Ask if there's anything in particular they need. This port speaks to our agent. There. Return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. Thank you for the stretch. Retrieve strategic information from Gator's Morn in the Corsair Forest, somewhere not far from home waters. Oh, that sounds fun. What else can we do? I do want to check out whatever this rose market is. It bustles on the Rose Wharf. Perhaps you can find a buyer for some of the curiosities you found at sea. Hmm. A jovial contrarian is purchasing long boxes. His wheelchair squeaks through the crowd, as all visitors to the Rose Market must. He carries a mirror. He's painted over the glass, though, with the face of a bat. How much? What for this? Allow me to explain a fundamental principle of economics. He argues over cost, the box's condition, and whether the wood is walnut, poplar, or elm. When he shakes your hand enthusiastically and happily, he pays every... Good morning, Santa. It's been a little bit. How are you doing? Then he shakes your hand enthusiastically and happily pays every penny for your original price. A pair of market attendants puffing beneath their unwieldy horse masks help him carry it away. You lose one soothe and copper long box. Gain 150 echoes. The Rose Market has concluded for now. I have to go to Cater's more anyways. See if we can find it. He's prepared to pay you handsomely for transport and is keen to commission your ship specifically. The August Traveler rider shakes your hand. His grip is distressingly strong. Thank you. It's Gator's morning I'm bound for first, he says. I hear they... He hurries over to your stoker, who is carrying his steamer trunk up the gangplank. No need to trouble yourselves. Give it here. Can't remember, Captain. Gator's morn. I'll pay you 150 echoes when we arrive. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm worried about this, though. That's a lot of money for traveling one person somewhere. We have enough crew. Let's travel. A marvelous night out. Oh, good luck. Trouble and romance. That night in the wolf stack, you find yourself sharing a table with a likely lass, a dapper chap, someone whose name you do not afterwards recall. Who shall we date? She tipsily claims to be a spy. Good morning, Aura. Whatever she is, she's easy to like. When the evening ends, you still go together. The next morning, she gives you a pewter locket. As you reach for it, she grips it briefly in her fist. Don't you dare forget me, she says. You now have one of this, a locket with a likely lass. Let's see if we can find a new recruit. On later visits, different officers will sometimes be available. There's more than one choice, you can choose one per visit. Oh, Jesus. We need her. Engage an officer, maybe's daughter. The end of the rotting dock, a woman perches on a suitcase. Both she and the suitcase are noticeably cleaner than everything else in view. Hello, where are you headed? On second thought, I don't mind. Can I come aboard? Yes, I'm an engineer, but I'm an engineer in a hurry. Maybe's daughter is an engineer who greases veils, iron and engine power. That's a lot of stuff, chat. Morning, Patrick. I'm doing great. How are you doing? Welcome aboard. If anyone comes looking for me, well, I'm not accepting any callers. Can I trust you to pass that on? You don't want them distracting me from my duties. No. I'm looking forward to your birthday as well. Okay. First, must find out where my officers are kept. I believe they are somewhere here. Here they are. Chief Engineer. +3 veils, plus 6 veils, +3 iron, +100 engine power. Oh, that is so beneficial. Oh, hey, look, a store, shops. Thank you for the follow. Mwah. And hello, Mochi Mantra. How are you doing? Let's see. What do we want? How are we on supply? Fine. Maybe we'll buy some candles to sell. A crate of human souls. Bolts of spider silk. I need to see how much things are worth other places. Interesting. I can buy a new gun, chat. Ooh, that sounds fun. Let's buy a gun. And an engine. No, I think we have an engine. Yes, that's enough for now. Oh, Mochi, I'm sorry to hear that. I should do Overwatch sometime. I've missed that game. Oh, I think I need to put myself up in dry docks. Shipyard. We'll get better ships later on. Story. Was it in London? Yes. Continue. Can I? Wait. Oh, no, Chad, I did something stupid. I don't have space to put this gun because I don't have that section of my ship. The ship doesn't have space for a forward gun. How you got into voice acting? Of course. But Mochi, I hope you're doing well, and I know that you did enough healing. I hope you know that. So, my voice acting journey has been more recent. It started. Okay, technically, I did start a little bit earlier. I took some voice acting lessons early on. Just to, get a more understanding of it, did some research and did some practice. And then I found somebody doing a demo, a voice acting demo, cost me about $100. I hit them up, and they wrote me a script, a few different characters with some, thank you for the lurk, Ocean, direction on how to be a voice actor. I mean, not how to be a voice actor, but on how to do the roles, right? And I voiced it, they edited it, I posted my voice acting demo reel, and then some of the people who heard the voice acting demo reel said that they knew of somebody who was looking for more voices for a game. And so they told me how much I was going to get paid, gave me a few different scripts to read. I did my best for each one, they chose which ones they liked, and they added me to the game. Oh, Chad, I realized I'm not moving. Is my camera dying? Camera, why are you dying? One second, chat. I need to figure this out real quick. Sorry, lovelies. For some reason, my camera wasn't charging. Oh, and now I'm not moving again. But yes, we're back. So, I also have auditioned for many roles. You can find it on Casting Couch Club. There's quite a few roles. People are offering different things. And you can do lots of different, acting attempts. So I suggested find some auditions. Audition as much as you can. Make sure you have a good mic and understand the basics of recording. And maybe I'll do a little, here's how to do some recording tutorials one day. But remember, you want as little background noise as possible. You want to get your sound as loud as you can without getting any distortion. Tea beneath the light and the bleaching glare of the lens among the smell of oil and metal. You sip tea and chat. The Z's terrors recede. Okay. Back into the void we go. We found Mutton Island, but that's not what we're looking for. Hunter's Keep looks interesting. Let's go check that one out. But yes, if you do need a voice acting demo, I have my guy that I can always connect people with, but remember, it does cost. And it is expected that you have professional level equipment for them. You can also do your own voice acting demo, just something to get stuff out there, which I would suggest early on. Understanding that voice acting is a time and financial investment. And to have a nice setup, I'd say it would probably be about $400. The quiet and grand old house, Hunter's Keep, a hump of dark rock swaths in the mist, like 100 other Hunter's Islands. Let's explore the island real quick. We have a report. Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes. Even the weather. The house is the heart of the island. The house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing has changed at least. That'll do for now. The fun thing about this game is you can get lost at sea. You can run out of food. And then, well, you have other things you can eat. finish the boat. Gimme Zoo. You're such a good little pumpkin. Such a good little pumpkin. But yes. Luton Scuttler. She's a vile old vessel. These Z's aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. The pinnacles, the pinnaces don't sail far from their hidden harbors, but there's something in the back of the hold. You finish opening a cache of curiosity. Shake out a little and let it glimmer in the light. A bolt of fabric. You now have one bale of parabola linen. Parabola linen. Parabola is a certain place behind mirrors, or someone made that up. But in that case, where do they weave this silk and ambery glimmering cloth? Luminescent beats like eyeless dolphins play in your wake. I'm trying to find where this man wanted me to go. That's fender blind. I wonder if we need to go south. Maybe we'll keep exploring north a little bit. The Hornman Stag. Another little thing about this game. The islands are the same most of the time, but they don't stay in the same place. So every time you play this game, the islands may be somewhere different, which I think is a lot of fun. Alright, let's go dock so we can deal with these things. Let's see if there's anything I can gather from exploring. Here, the favorite candlelight over gaslight. You've heard that. A raggedy fellow. Captain, I'm a good seaman. I'm yours if you'll have me. Will you have me? I'm hungry, I'll work hard. He seems likely enough, if a little ragged and sorrowful. Strangers are too chancy. You've heard stories about things in the shapes of sailors. Or you just don't like his face. We're not going to trust him. You're no true captain. To abandon a seaman so. I wouldn't want to take berth on your ship if we're the last one out of Iram. You hear me? I'd eat cave slime first. There we go. But how's everybody's morning going, chat? Are you doing alright? Or do we have people already falling asleep? That one's always fun. There are no islands within the Z-Bat's range. And through the oceans we roam. One second, chat. I need to take a look at something. Starting to get to sleep. If you're trying to sleep, you know you don't have to respond to me, right? I don't want you ever to feel like you need to say anything. Oh no, chat, I looked away from my screen and I crashed. Boreal Reach in the snow. Wait. Good. Boreal Reach in the snow. Touch it and it puffs to vapor. Your crew huddles close to warmth of the pipe and funnel. Snow sweeps down from the north. The ship's engines labor against it. Azela raises her head, sniffs sharply. Blood on the wind. You discover Sensor's Arch. A tooth-cracking treasure. A chunk of grip backed into your ship's biscuit. You crack a tooth and curse. Your crew chuckled when the object turns out to be a diamond, small and badly flawed. But a diamond nevertheless, they all hush. Diamonds are sacred, Stone one says. Give it to the sea captain, will be lucky. Sailors pray to the stone when they want home, hearth, and healing. She's the kind god you want on her side. We chuck it to the zone. The diamond glints once as it reaches the apex of its arc. Down, down, waves reach up to take it. You know something of the three gods of the sea. You now have the god of the sea stone's attention. You've lost 5 terror. Well, that's terrifying, chat. I'm being hunted by an iceberg. Goose, darling Goose, you're such a good little bean. Such a good bean. Y'all are really liking the bean today. You stand on the dock, on the bridge with the likely last locket in hand. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale waves stretch, white and silent at the face of the moon. The northwest of the withered town, thou the questions stand alone. Good morning, Eddie. You stand on the bridge with the likely last locket in your hand. Keep it. It's a risk for both of you. Shorebound lovers grow lonely, and sea captains die young. We'll see our sweetheart in London again. Yeah, my lovely little beans. Let's see, let's gather a little intelligence. Citizens of Wither enjoy questions so much that they always answer a question with another question. This can make intelligence gathering frustrating. Are you asking for any particular reason? At what time of day is that you're at? Might it be 6? It could be 6. Eventually you cobble together enough implications and suppositions to compose a report. Wither is a quiet, chilly town of grey stone and closed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly nor exactly hospitable. They have the irritating habit of answering a question with a question. Here and there are odd sights tucked away. Wither's quiet, chilly town. You ready to read this? Fisher folk, sailors, a shady couple of likely pirates. Hello, John. What are you doing? Hopefully having a lovely evening. Or a lovely morning. Except what I am. Except what I am. What? Keeper. Blossom, I don't know what you mean. John, you have the vibe of the evening. Good morning, Cookie. I can feel it about you. Fisherfolk, sailors, a shady couple of likely pirates. And is that a drowning down by the water's edge? That sounds like a slur. They sit round a fire at the sea's edge, passing around a bottle of something viscously black. They're wagering on riddles. Will you join them? I'm doing amazing. Okay. Oh, wow. Let's do one. Bet an echo on a simple riddle. One of the fishermen is bursting to try it. A cat's shadow. Oh, wait. They don't even tell me what the riddle is, they just tell me what the answer is. A cat's shadow. A cat's shadow, the fisherman grumbles but pays up. You succeed at a page's challenge. You've gained 1 echo. You've gained 10 fragments. I'm doing lovely. How are you all doing? Northwest of Withertown, the House of Questions stands alone. Ooh, this is risky. The northwest of Withertown, the House of Questions stands alone. Here, the initiates of the house make offerings to the three gods of the deep sea, and perhaps a fourth who is not a god. It's the one place in the Wither where you can sometimes get a straight answer for a price. Getting the attentions of the gods is useful, chiefly for lifting curses. We don't need to lift a curse yet. And I don't want to bring on any more tension. Defy the gods, spit on the floor, curse the priests, overturn the altar. This will increase your iron and hearts by 5 each, up to 110, and set your terror to 0, but you'll never be able to remove any god's curse or benefit in certain other ways. Let's not risk it. Oh. Well, hello to the lovely, lovely Aussie land. Oh, we should probably see if we can find supplies somewhere, chat. We're getting hungry. And I don't want to have to start eating people yet. I love New Zealand. A beautiful, beautiful place with lovely, lovely people. I will never again get cheese ups, chat. Never. Good morning, Jeannie Wind. How are you doing today? G-subs has such an awful flavor. It's bitter. It has so much filler. Use too much of the powder and you get the mixture wrong and it's just bad. Good morning, Bexel. How are you doing today? And this is why we need to get sponsored by G-subs, not Gamer Fuel. Sorry, did I say G-subs? Or did I say G-fuel? Sorry, G-subs is amazing. G-fuel is awful. My bad, my brain is shut off. I will never get G-fuel ever again. I accidentally bought G-fuel. G-subs on the other hand is fantastic. 7, maybe 7.5. That's actually surprisingly good. Hold on. Oh no, they took the sun. Alright. It's okay, Australia, I promise. You give me like 8 hours, I will bring you the sun back, okay? All you have to do is wait, the sun will come back, I got you. Mm-hmm. I'll bring back the horizon. Oh, 1 second, chat. Give me a second. Oh no, what flavor did they rebrand? What flavor did they rebrand? It's gonna take me a while to carry the sun. The sun is quite heavy. 8 hours at minimum. What did they rebrand it to? Okay, Foxfire candles are worth 33 here. Distant memories, recent news, visions of the surface. Monstrous almanac. Alright, we're gonna see if I can get Foxfire candles, maybe. Bring them back and sell them here. Let's explore a little bit while we're here. A little chapel stands alone. You poke your head through the door. The walls are a deep red, just this side a scarlet. A ruby-tinted window at the back glows with a steady light. An electric lamp behind the glass. Rare and expensive. There's no gaslight. No one is here, and yet you have the sensation that only a moment ago someone must have been. Search the place. What can you find? Schlatt's milk. Oh, that. I don't know how I feel about drinking Schlatt's milk. That feels funky. There must have been a reason, though. They're probably told that they can't call it titty milk. An hungered. There's an altar, a block of basalt. There are pews, a pulpit, no Bibles, no hymn books. The stained-glass window is the red of cochineal. An inscription on the lintel of the door reads, "For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat." That is all. Your crew's eager to leave. No one looks back. You gain terror. You gain fragments. That's all for now. Let's get through some gossips. Mmm. One dean to a steam yacht. We might be able to get that steam yacht one day. Wouldn't that be lovely? Weight 3,000, quarters, mirror bonus. Oh, that's an incredible ship. Ooh, I wish we could get it. Time to explore. Brian is tired. I feel bad for Brian. Titty milked his body good. Good morning, Mabel. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you indeed. Mwah. Kiss for chat. I wonder where the island is. I'm afraid to leave the coast. Chat, this map is large. We've only explored a small portion of it. There could be anything out there. But it may be time we start heading off in random directions. Oh, look. A new island. Where have we been here before? Ooh. Good luck, John. Good luck. I wish you all the luck in the world. You got this. I believe in you. Somewhere out there, along the coast, is the place we're looking for. I hope we get there before things go wrong. Oh, look. A place called Mutton Island. I wonder why it's called that. There's a giant crab, though, that seems to want to eat us. Good. The megalops defeated. With a forlorn wailing cry, the megalops turns on its back legs neatly folded. A bluish blood gouts from its wounds. Its golden glow begins to dim. Dissect it. Butcher it for supplies. Let's dissect it. No, it's not dead. You haul it aboard and set to work with your knives and acids. It flops unexpectedly to life. Sailors rush to your aid. With guns and boarding pikes, by the time you've finished, you're unharmed, but there's not much left of the beast. You tip it reluctantly into the Z. Pages 26 failed it in a challenge. Try again. You might have better luck. What a waste of crab. Okay. All right, explore the shore. What do we want to chow the fishermen? Visit the hilltop above the town. Buy supplies from a dog stall. Oh, Chad, I'm almost broke. I have no monies. Oh no. That's worrying. Chat to the fishermen. Let's see if we can get some money. They set sail around Z for the islands. They mend their nets by the harbor. They see all that happens here, but you'll need coin to open their mouth. Little ships and little secrets. Pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work. Cotton ships putting it in to resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. Let's go visit the hilltop. There's not much wind on the undersea, but Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of weather. The air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. You stand on the cliff top, looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the cock and magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins into a pendle smudge. Then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly, like a god cut in half. What noise? It must be the caves around the island chilling the air. At least that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make toasts towards the mainland. The wind is southerly. At least we have some stuff we could possibly sell. But nobody wants to buy anything here. Back into the sea we go, Chad. Oh, wait a second. Never mind, we're not going to fight them. I considered hunting them down, but you know. I prefer banana. Pineapple juice would also work. But I like one words that sound like nothing else. Crab. Oh no. This time, we're butchering it for supplies. Now we have crab meat. An unsafe word. Still not where I'm looking for. Hopefully we can sell some things here, make some money. Because we are so low on funds. Flugen, Klegan kind. That would be an awful one, chat. Maybe the jelly will leave us alone. Maybe the jelly won't leave us alone. The Kumania Canal staging area. The canal ascends through locks and gates, shadowed turns to sunlight of the surface. We'll listen for gossip. Sorry, Jen, my foot was itching a bit. Daylight. This wouldn't be a prime spot for a pub or a wine shop, but the interests of the Echo Bazaar and the laws of London prevent it. They don't like competition. Still, there are temporary half-legal holster areas in the long-moored ships. Here you trade stories with suntanned surface sailors, stories of Paris and Batvia, the lost fires in the final islands. Oh, right. This is a way to get to the surface. You now have a vision of the surface. The sun is dangerous to Neath dwellers like your crew, but the surface has its temptations. Gather information for a port report. You'll pick up something they missed. The gates open and shut, the lock remains free from sabotage. If anywhere besides London is safe in all the undersea, it's here. The surface nations have an interest in keeping the way open. Let's see what we have for shops. They'll sell, but they won't buy. Or they'll buy, but they won't sell. Worrying. Now we have a choice. Do we keep heading down? Or do we head back north? Of course we head back down. In hopes to find something better. Something. Supply-wise. So how do y'all feel about this game? Is it chill enough to fit the vibes? I mean, there are some horrors out in the oceans. Some terrifying things. For the most part, it's not too bad. Oh, and what do we have here? The Iron Republic. Kugel's Bluff. Oh, please tell me they have something here. Tell me to get all the way back. Oh, there are so many ships down here that want me dead. The Iron Republic. Hell's client state. Be wary, the laws are not the laws of man or nature. The factory engines roar like false lions. Blood thunders in the docked pipes. Crimson lightning skitters across the deck, leaps to the rail, curls there like a cat. The city is reflected in glassy calm harbor. Water. The citizens there have the heads of dogs and serpents. Hell has brought freedom to the Iron Republic. Freedom from all laws, even those of nature. Cutie. I like your little emote, Mabel. The Market of Hungers. Compile a port report. Oh, there's a whole lot of things going on here. We'll check out the Market of Hungers. The Market of Hungers, with its spires and sigils, is it a parody of the bazaar? Today flies fill its arcades. Buzz, buzz. The Merc folds. Visit the shop's tab. House of Pleasures. The flies will caress you with their wings. Hurry up and purchase something. Oh. They don't like me selling anything, apparently. What a waste. What a waste. Let's go check out a compile report. Oh no. That went bad. The sensations of the Republic. They even hydrate. And the stretch. The sensations of the Republic are overwhelming. This is a desire for years that is a hatred for fountains. Here is an emotion that can only be expressed mathematically. You are awash with nostalgia for the hatching of the egg. Write it down. Write it all down. Perhaps you'll get rid of it. Hopefully I'll never, ever, ever grab anything from them ever again. We have one fuel. We have nothing to sell. No one will give us jobs to make money. We might be lost to sea. The sea might swallow us whole. When all else fails, try to hunt something bigger than yourself. And hope beyond hope that you survive. If we stay close enough, they may not be able to get to us. We have little fuel and we're almost out. We're out of fuel, chat. We only sit here and hope and pray. One more hit and we're done for. The ocean takes us. Your ship founders. They are screams of low dark water. The unforgettable sound of a ship's spine breaks. Slip beneath the waves. No more. sleep. Hmm. And will allow him to inherit an officer. There we go. Phil Lucifer's gone. But comes with a lovely shipmate, F to pay respects. And chat, it looks like we're coming up on the end of stream time. I hope you enjoyed that little experience. We might play this game again. I think it might be fun to do some of the mornings in between other games. I've always loved this game because there's so much more out there to see and find. So many little stories to experience. And a dark, eldritch secret that I still have yet to uncover. So for now, for money I would, but not on this stream. Good night, Moxie. Alright, let's see if we can find something to read into. Give me a second here. Who do we have that's live? I'm always happy to stream chat. Thank you all for having fun with me. We'll raid into shrimps. Shrimps 24/7. They're always good to raid into. You have a good one as well, Gibbets. Mwah. I appreciate you all so very, very much. And I'll be back later today, 4 p.m. MST, as we always are. Enjoy your sleep. Enjoy your work. Enjoy whatever you have planned. See you all later. And John, you got this. Update me. Tell me how it goes, okay? Bye for now.